guys!
Hello.
So, right before we started recording for today's podcast, we were reading over the script, and under our notes for the introduction, it says dream transportation. Yesterday we wrote today's script, and we were rereading it, and I thought it meant what's your best way to get into a dream? Like the best way to transport yourself into the dream state. No, it meant what's your dream car, dream motorcycle, dream form of transportation. So I guess we could do both for today.
You're the one that wrote it yesterday too.
I know. Okay, which do you want to do?
You start off.
Okay, I guess the best way that I'd like to fall asleep, I'm kind of curious about futons and what it's like to sleep on those. But for car and transportation wise, and the one that we originally had, I would like to have my dad's motorcycle. He has a 2002 Harley Davidson anniversary Fat Boy. And I have been begging my father ever since I became of age to drive that I would inherit his motorcycle. It has rust on it, and I'm like, I want to get my hands all up in that oil and fix her, make her beautiful, and just, you know, I have every intention to just, for the motorcycle to be mine. But I have a couple of rules for myself before I can get it. But if we do end up getting it while we're still doing the podcast, I will happily announce it.
Yay.
But what about you?
I don't really have a dream car or motorcycle or anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your ideal then?
If it works.
If it works. Mona?
Yeah, I have my little buggy Mona. I like her. She's cool.
You've always had a bug ever since we've known each other, so I guess maybe that would be.
Yeah, I'm happy with my buggy. I've had two.
Okay. And then what about dream state?
Dream state?
Best way to go into a dream.
I usually just take a bunch of melatonin. It gives me those weird dreams. I don't know if you've seen those memes on Instagram where it's me after taking melatonin. It's just deep fried SpongeBob clips.
No, I haven't seen that.
That's what happens.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's insane.
I have weird dreams when I have melatonin.
I've seen it where it's that one Gumball scene where it's Gumball's dad saying, I'm a bread, I'm like a dough bread, yes. And he's like that, and then I've seen that bit.
That for me, that's what it's like when I take melatonin. I have some weird dreams, dude.
Some weird dreams.
Yeah.
That's one one last final side tangent. What's the weirdest dream you've had?
Weirdest dream I've had? That I can think of off the top of my head, it was I think one time I was on the bridge, because from our school to where the dorms are, there's the bridge, and I had a dream that someone that I knew was kicking me off of it, and then I fell into this the big ditch on the bottom.
Oh man.
And then my dog Jack, he was there, but he was standing on 2 feet, and he had he was talking like an old man, but he wasn't speaking English, but I knew what he was saying. He was a mentor, you have to train or something. I don't know what he said.
You have to try harder next time.
Yeah, I don't know what he said, but then he powered me up, and I flew up and started beating shit out of the person that kicked me off. Off the top of my head, that's the last one I remember.
Oh man, I guess one of the weirdest dreams that I had, I'm trying to think back, because it's been a minute since I've had a dream. I guess it would be probably the first ever dream that I had that was oddly I don't I don't want to say a wet dream, but you know what I mean, it wasn't enough to be considered that, but it was spicy things were happening. It was weird because it was someone that I had never known. I hadn't seen them in a TV show, so it wasn't a character, and it wasn't anyone that I knew personally within like my life as like an actual person. So it was just some person that my brain made up, and they were being heavily flirtatious with me, and I was like, I don't know about this. And then I go to bed in the dream, and I wake up in the dream to this person who was flirting with me in my bed, just like, hi. I'm just like, what are you doing here? And then I just wake up. Like, it's not a wet dream, but it's like people were being flirtatious to me and like invading like a very personal space of mine, which is the bedroom. I'm just like, ooh, that's weird. That was weird. Anyways, today's thing that we're going to be reviewing is the Ocean Saga from the musical Epic.
Yay!
Songs?
We're going over Storm, Luck Runs Out, Keep Your Friends Close, and then Ruthlessness.
Out of all of those, I'd have to say it's a tie between Luck Runs Out, Keep Your Friends Close, and Ruthlessness. I love Ruthlessness for the fact that we hear, like we do hear Poseidon. Like, I keep that one ends with, like, Odysseus going, no! Right? Yeah. So, Ruthlessness is it's the first time that we hear Poseidon.
Yeah, that's our first, yeah.
And his voice, the first time I heard that, dropped to the floor because Jorge picked an amazing person to voice that god.
Yeah.
Keep Your Friends Close. I just love Aeolus. I love just the ha ha. That's like my favorite thing to do. And then Luck Runs Out. We have it on our notes here. The pegging song.
Yeah.
It's literally for that reason. If I had to pick though a favorite, probably Ruthlessness.
I think the same thing. I think a close second. I like Storm a lot.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think that, like, I don't know. I like it a lot. There's like an animatic. I forgot with the person. I forgot the person's name. I think it's like Jimena or something like that on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Where like when they're like throwing the spears at the island, they have like the Greek poses, and I really like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
A lot of the animatics made me like the song a lot.
I like. Oh my god, I forgot the animator's name, but the animator that does like Zeus's like daddy, that daddy artwork. Because I know there's some of them that make them kind of like, but there's just one person. Anyways, they kind of did the same for Poseidon, but his arm was like water, and his hair like flowed with like the ocean too.
Neil Illustrator.
Yeah, him or them or she. Yeah. That channel. I love that art style for Poseidon. I love the concept idea of him just missing an arm and it just being like water. And then I love when like the ships are destroyed and the destroyed ships are in his hair. Like that was such an amazing detail.
Yeah, I like it. My sister's favorite song is Luck Runs Out. I know it because I'd always put it on in the car. She does the Macarena to it. It fits really well.
Yeah, it does. So listeners, something that we always do whenever we hear Luck Runs Out, we do the Macarena to it. And when it comes time for Odysseus takes Eurylochus down below deck to have a special talk with him.
Our two-man show.
That's where the pegging begins.
That's where Odysseus, when we do it, it's Odysseus and he's slapping Eurylochus' ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just putting him in his place.
We have a special I don't want to say special, but like it's either by hand or by like a random object that we find, and one of us bends over and it's like how much longer?
On beat.
Yeah, it's on beat with everything. It's like bam, bam. Okay, and then like the other person who's Eurylochus is like okay, or it's like okay. Either one of the two. I think. Go ahead.
I'll say I really like this saga. Like. One of my favorites, I think, only because I think Poseidon's introduction is really cool.
Because according to the book, Poseidon didn't really play as big of a role as he does here. Like the villain, quote unquote.
He's there in spirit. Like he's not there like present. He's only there because Odysseus, like the islands and like when he's like going off from like the Cyclops, there's like that like the storm and everything that like takes him off track, and he's just not letting him get home. But he's not like present. Poseidon's not present in the story, which is, I don't know. I think
Odysseus like, I know a god that does this.
Yeah.
I know who's in charge of the waves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you fuck with like the ocean god's son, you're gonna get the ocean god's wrath.
That's pretty. Yeah.
So I don't know. I like that he made him like an actual physical threat here. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
He does have a better song later on, though. One of my favorites. It's a good introduction.
Is it the one that I'm thinking of?
It might be the one.
It might be the one that I'm thinking of. Future episode talking about this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
My favorite god comes out in the next saga, though.
What's our next saga?
Circe.
Oh yeah.
He makes me laugh.
Wow, shush phone. You are not to speaketh. I know exactly who you're talking about that. Yes. Okay, any changes that you would make?
To the story?
I guess to like this part,
This part. This one's pretty solid, which is like why it's one of my like favorite. It's very straightforward, very solid. Like in some of the translations, though, I think it's interesting that like Aeolus is not a god. He's actually like a king.
Yeah. That just gives him the wind bag, and he's like, "Oh, here you go," right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. That's how it goes. It's just a king that gives him a wind bag.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever seen have you ever seen the SpongeBob movie? Like the first one, where they steal King Neptune's crown.
I don't think so.
Oh. It's based on the Odyssey. And, like, they have it where it's, like, they give SpongeBob the wind bag. He's supposed to be Odysseus.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So SpongeBob... Wait, SpongeBob from SpongeBob?
SpongeBob from SpongeBob, yes, SpongeBob.
Well, like SpongeBob from, like... not that SpongeBob, the other SpongeBob. Like, SpongeBob back!
No, SpongeBob Square.
SpongeBob Square.
Yeah, Square
but,
fans.
like, I think back to, like, back! SpongeBob. SpongeBob!
No, not even like a regular SpongeBob.
SpongeBob!
I've seen this movie so many times. I think it's my brother's favorite movie.
Really? I need to watch that. Maybe after this episode we go and watch that.
Yeah, because it's so much like this. Like, they have the Cyclops. They have, like, the wind bag. They have, like, the whole, like... SpongeBob is just Odysseus, dude. It's so funny.
I feel like SpongeBob is a good character to play Odysseus.
Yeah, like, it follows, like, the hero's journey that Odysseus goes on. Which I can't take Aeolus seriously only because I always think of, like, the SpongeBob. Because there's a scene in the movie where SpongeBob, like, they give him instructions for the bag of wind. And so he's like, okay, release the string, or, like, and he's, like, pointing the direction. As SpongeBob's reading the instructions, Patrick only heard the first one, he lets it go, and the wind bag just, like, off. It goes off, dude. And so SpongeBob's like, seems simple enough. Okay, where's the wind bag? And it's, like, floating away.
I think that's so funny because, like, dude, Odysseus was so close to home, and because Eurylochus was like, I want to see the bag. I just realized so much that throughout the musical, if Eurylochus just freaking did as his captain told him to, they would have made it home alive.
Yeah. I can't really blame him that much here, though, because Aeolus is, like, the little Winions were like, there's treasure in the bag.
That's true.
And at this point as well, like, what do you call it? They, like, some of their men died. I guess he's kind of weary. So I can't really blame him at this point. Maybe a little bit later. I feel like I'm inclined to blame him a little bit more.
A little bit more. Just a teensy bit.
Yeah. Here I'm not too mad at him, though.
But, like, wouldn't you trust your captain? Like, I understand a few men have died, but majority of the men got out from, like, the Cyclops at this point. And you guys won a war against Troy. You guys have... It's Helen, right? The reason why they went to war was to get Helen back. So you guys have Helen, and...
Well, I guess, I don't know, because Odysseus' track record in, like, actual mythology is a little, like, sketchy, so I can see why you wouldn't trust him that much.
It's treasure. They're telling me it's treasure, Odie. What do you got there?
You've heard the story of how, like, Odysseus got some guy, like, killed, right? The guy who, like, recruited him for the war.
What?
He killed the guy, like, he framed him.
Holy shit.
For taking bribes from Troy.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
That's why. So, like, I understand why Odysseus, or, like, what why Eurylochus doesn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him because like in the Iliad when Odysseus is the one who's like, we need to make this deal. He's the one who like puts everything together for like, what do you call? He's like we'll let Helen choose her suitor. However, whoever doesn't choose her, like all of these like other people, they have to go to war if she like the oath is broken if she's like taken from her husband.
Oh. And she was taken from her husband.
And she
right?
was taken.
Yeah.
So everyone's they're gathering up all the soldiers that were like originally suitors for Helen, and they're like, "We gotta go to war. This was what we promised. This was what happened."
Yeah.
And Odysseus heard this was happening, and he's like, "I'm not gonna do that. I'm not going to war." Because at this point, he's married to Penelope. He has Telemachus.
That's true.
And so he pretends to be insane, and he goes like plowing the field, like destroying crops and
everything.
Stuff.
I remember we talked about this in like the first episode, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then like what happens is the men or the recruiters, the one that go to get him, they grab Telemachus and throw him in front of Odysseus because a madman would like kill his baby because like, he lost his mind.
Yeah.
But Odysseus stops and they're like, "No, you're of sound mind.
No,
you're gonna come.
You're coming with us."
Yeah. And then what happens is because I always forget the name of the guy who he killed, but what happened was Odysseus was still pissed at him, and when they were like camping out, there was a point where like Odysseus was like he had told them, he's like, well, they're gonna come, we gotta move camp quick, guys, and then we'll come back. And so they go, and Odysseus, where the recruiter's like tent was, he buries gold in like a note, and then when they come back and his tent's there, he accuses him. He's like, he's taking bribes from Troy.
Oh shit!
So they go and dig it up, and they find the gold and the note that Odysseus forged.
That's insane, man.
And
That's
so
pettiness on another level.
And they execute him.
That's pettiness on a whole nother level. Damn. Oh man. But I find it funny though that it suits his character. He's just a guy. He just wanted to stay home with his wife and son, and I love that.
Yeah.
But I keep thinking back to, I think it was that one reel that you sent me, where it's literally, like, some guy, I forget who it was, admiring the ship, but more specifically the lady at the front of the ship, and he goes, "I see you admiring my wife."
Yes, that's in Song of Achilles, where it's Patroclus, I think, and he's looking at the ship, and he's like, "Oh, there's a pretty lady in the front of the ship," and Odysseus is like, "That's my wife,
That's my wife, actually."
That's my wife. Yeah.
You like her? Huh? You like a knife to throat, you like her?
You like her?
She's mine.
Yeah. You know what? Hold on. Going back to kind of what I would change is maybe I would, I guess, give Odysseus more reason to, like, not be trusted. Because I think the Iliad does a pretty good job of making him kind of, like, sketchy.
Yeah.
So I think maybe here, at least, like, story-wise, it would help is why, like, why Eurylochus
the men didn't trust. Yeah. I think it also could have been helpful if we could hear the creatures tempt the men more often. Yeah. Because we hear them once say, "It's treasure." And everyone, and Odysseus is like, "What? Bye-bye." And everyone's just like, "What's in the bag? Like, come on, dude, like, show us." And Odysseus is like, No, listen to me. This bag needs to remain closed, men.
Yeah, just trust me, bro.
Trust me. Yeah, like, pretty much, trust me. Wait. And then the bag opens, and he pulls Eurylochus and goes, "Alan, we are so fucked." Oh, man.
Maybe that would be good in, like, the Troy Saga or something. Or maybe, like, we'll get to see that in Ilium.
Maybe.
Where we see Odysseus being more of an asshole.
Maybe.
Because he's kind of an asshole.
I mean, yeah. Well, so the Odyssey is supposed to be all about him and his perspective. So naturally, you're going to want to portray that person. It's kind of like the good person. There's going to be some portions where he's like, morally gray areas. Mm-hmm. But I feel like with the Odyssey, he's like, it literally has his name in it.
Yeah.
And then the Iliad, right?
Iliad.
Okay. I keep confusing with the Ilium that's supposed to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that. With the Iliad, it's supposed to be Troy's version of everything. So naturally,
it's not from a different perspective. It's a third-person perspective.
Third person? Wait, so what?
It's like an omnipotent narrator. It's not from, like, Troy's perspective. Troy's perspective, if you want to get that, that's a completely different... That's from, like, a Roman poet. His name's Virgil. It's the Aeneid. That's from another guy's perspective.
Ooh.
Aeneas.
Ooh.
The Iliad is, like, just a third-person perspective.
Of everything overall.
Everything going
It's like
on.
a blank state. Yeah. Like, Odysseus did this, and then this happened. And then Odysseus did this, and then this happened.
He's
and
not
then
the main
this
character,
happened to
though,
Odysseus,
so we don't,
and then
like,
this happened.
He's not, like, the main character, though, so it's focusing on, like, a lot of characters. And the Odyssey, I think it really, like, on all these, it really depends on the translation, how you're going to portray the character. Because there are some people that, like, portray him worse than others. Like,
Really?
yeah, there are some people that portray him as, like, he does cheat on, like, Penelope with Circe.
What?
Which is where we get, like, the telogony, I think that's what it's called. Where it's, like, Circe has, like, his son, Telegonus.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I could see, like, tapping into a little bit of, like, our next saga. Just a little bit. That explains, like, the second song as to, like, why she's so flirtatious with him. Mm-hmm. Well, not the second song, but yeah, one of the songs in there. Yeah. But, I mean, it kind of boasts a bit over the fact that Odysseus has been tempted by so many people. Mm-hmm. Circe's, I'm blanking her name, but she's one of my Calypso. Mm-hmm. The sirens, like, all these people are like, Odysseus, you miss your wife so much, come over here, you know. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it promotes a better character, I guess. It makes you the listeners who are listening in on the musical cheer for him almost.
Oh yeah, you, like, I get why he portrayed him as, like, better here. Like, you want to root for the main character. You don't want someone who's like a cheater or like a murderer and stuff like that.
Yeah, imagine a musical about, like, freaking what's his face? Ah,
which one?
Which face?
Which face?
Jack the Ripper, like.
I'm sure people would simp over him.
Oh my god.
People love Alice. I love Alistair.
But he's not Jack the Ripper, though.
He's not, but he's a murderer.
That is true. But I feel like, according to, like, the things that we see and who he murders, mm-hmm. I feel like there's a sense of sort of justification behind that.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, you have to keep in mind that, like, there were women that go to court for, like, serial killers, like Ted Bundy and, like, Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, those people aren't, like, they're I guess, an outlier, though. For, like, a general audience, though, I guess, for, like, you want Odysseus to be portrayed as, like, a good guy.
Yeah. I guess the only time, because, future thing that I'd like to go over is Jekyll and Hyde.
That's a good musical.
Yeah.
I have the novel. I bought another copy of it.
Another one?
I have another copy.
Oh, that's insane. We'd have to read that sometime together.
We should popcorn read it.
Popcorn read?
Yeah, where it's like one person reads like one chapter.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. Because it's only like a couple chapters, right?
Yeah, it's not that. I think it's like less than 100 pages.
Yeah.
Which isn't that long.
It's not that long.
Yeah.
But I recognize that there's like a musical about it. And isn't like Hyde like the murderer side to Jekyll?
In the musical. Like, this can go into a whole other discussion, but, like, the Jekyll and Hyde has been, like, kind of ruined by media. I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah, like, the musical is good, but it's not, like... the twist of the book is that Hyde and Jekyll are the same person.
The same person, yeah.
And the thing is, he's not a different person, he's just a disguise.
Yeah.
He just transforms, like, physically in the book.
Okay.
In musicals and other portrayals, it's, like, a completely, like... other personality. In the book, it's not. It's just him the entire way through.
Maybe we'll have to do another deep dive of that in our own episode, because that's something that we can get into, like, our own episode.
I've written a few papers for my major about Jekyll and Hyde.
Maybe we can go over the book. We could go over the musical and other interpretations about it to see, like, everything like that. I don't know, listeners. Let us know what you think that we should go over.
I fucking love Jekyll and Hyde so much.
You're like, guys, comment down, please. Yeah, please say yes.
Please say yes.
Please say yes. I would love to. I want to talk about Jekyll and Hyde.
Please say yes. Dude, like, I hope that Guillermo del Toro, I hope he does, like, a Jekyll and Hyde adaptation.
Ooh.
Because he did he did the Frankenstein really well.
Yes! I feel like he'd be able to do Jekyll and Hyde really well. Yeah. If he's the one who did the Frankenstein that we recently saw, then yeah.
Yeah, same. I know he said he wanted to tackle Phantom of the Opera. I think that would be interesting, too.
I like the OG, though! Don't touch the OG!
I don't know, I'm interested to see his version.
I'd be intrigued just because I kind of want to see, because I've seen people try to, like, quote-unquote fix, like, the last song between, like, the Phantom and Christine and I forget the other guy's name.
Raoul.
Yeah. and how they're like, guys, what if I did this? I'm like, no, don't do that. It takes away from this bit. So I'm just like, if he can portray it differently but keep the same message, I think it has like a lot of potential.
Yeah, like he did that with Frankenstein really well. He didn't
Yeah.
follow like page to page like an exact copy, but I think he kept a lot of the messaging like really well.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for listening.
Got off topic.
Yeah, we did. Epic, the musical.
Epic,
Ocean Saga.
Let's
It's
talk
Jekyll
about
and
Frankenstein.
Hyde into Frankenstein. A great way to end it. All great things that you guys could have us, review in future time. There is a musical, Young Frankenstein, that we could go into too, which is another adaptation of Frankenstein. So I find that funny. My parents saw that musical and they loved it. So ever since then, I've been on the watch to go see it. But if you guys have any other musical recommendations, we did see one in our comments a couple days ago. So look forward to that episode releasing soon. It's going to be about
Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Vlog.
Yeah, so we're going to be reviewing that in future episodes to come. Drop a like, follow along for more episodes, and as always, stay epic, listeners.